I know, man. All right, so you're talking about reiterations. All
Yep.
right, so after that atrocity,
Hmm.
they called none other than one of my favorite rock musicians of all time, and
Yep.
yours too,
Yep.
Mr. Rob Zombie, man.
Hmm. Oh
And
yeah.
this is a match made in heaven.
It
I could
is.
not wait to go see this
It.
movie. Like, man, because I knew how violent
Yes.
Rob Zombie's movies are.
Yes.
And like, if you watch House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, Lords of
Hmm.
Salem, you know what you're in for here.
31. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh
31.
yeah, and
Oh
31's great, man. It's like Running Man, but
yeah.
like
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah,
Good
man,
take. Good
it's
take.
just it's awesome, man. Okay, so when I first saw this film, I don't know how you feel about
Hmm.
this. I loved it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But after rewatching it, the first half of it, I can do without, especially the scene in the kitchen. Where
Where the dude's screaming at
yeah,
the mom
William
and pretty.
Forsythe is
Yeah.
like saying all these
Yeah.
horrible,
He is.
horrible
Yeah. Yeah.
things,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
And then
like
makes insinuation towards the young daughter and
yeah,
yeah. I no, you're
and
right.
like it's almost unwatchable.
Well,
And like I don't mind the kid aspect of Michael so much as most people do, but it takes away from the character again.
okay.
Like
Okay.
if he's gonna be that evil, if
Right.
he's just evil,
There shouldn't be a purpose.
it
It's just he
shouldn't.
is.
He is
Yeah.
exactly. He's a
I got
force
that.
of nature. He's a freaking typhoon. He is a
I like
hurricane.
that.
He is
I
a
got that.
tornado.
Yes.
He is just something that just
You
happens.
cannot explain it. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, and trying to explain it,
Yeah.
I think hurt Zombie's film.
That's an interesting take, and I can appreciate and respect that for sure. Because you're right. I mean, like we said, we didn't necessarily need a backstory because there is no backstory for this character.
No.
However, me being a fan of Rob Zombie and the way he makes films and the fact that we kind of, we relate on a lot of things in the sense of growing up with sci-fi horror movies,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
B
he loves B
movies,
pictures,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean, it's just
Yeah,
what it is.
After
We're
Midnight,
yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
After
just
Midnight
waiting up late.
Pictures.
Watch. So
Yeah.
I can totally, I can relate to that. So when watching his films, that's where I really appreciate that for me. Even though yes, we didn't necessarily need the backstory or the gratuitous violence and or the shitty home life, which is basically what was
Yeah,
the
and that was
impetus
like
of
kind of the catalyst
yeah,
of
right.
Michael's
We
evil, but I
right
mean, like at the
because that
same
that
time,
changes the whole thing.
yeah,
But I will say that the way that it was shot, it was visceral. It pulled me into that kitchen. I felt very uncomfortable. Right.
oh yeah, and that's that's
I
Zombie's
felt
point, man. I mean, like
right.
that's
Everything
what
he
he
does to
does.
make you feel uncomfortable, so
Yeah,
you understand you're feeling this way because this is exactly how it's intended to make you feel.
yeah,
The opening scene, the first scene in the woods where he or unalives, sorry, the bully, brutal, absolutely brutal. I
no, I
found
agree.
myself,
Yeah,
in that kid's mind of out of nowhere you're being attacked and there's nothing you can do and you're begging and he's begging and that's just so visceral. Just please, I mean, just God, you're begging for your life. And Michael with that clown mask don't care.
no,
Just
he don't give a shit.
so as much as yeah, I agree with didn't necessarily need the whole backstory per se. For me, I appreciated it just due to the aesthetic and the atmosphere that it brought me into. It
Yeah.
brought me into the movie. It let
Okay.
me know that real quick that this is raw. This is going to be
Yeah, oh yeah,
in your face.
You're right.
This is-
You
this
hit the
is-
nail on
yeah.
the head when you said visceral,
So
man.
I was
Because
like, oh,
dude,
okay.
like the last half of this movie is what I signed up for.
Have you ever seen the
Like,
director's cut?
It was awesome. Yes, I
Okay.
have. Yeah.
I would not recommend the director's cut due to the fact that you truly have to be you have to appreciate the art, and I use that term loosely. I know because everybody's like, if you've seen the director's cut, there's a lot of things that go on. You're like, how can you call that artistic?
Yeah, there's a scene in the
There's
asylum.
that
yeah.
scene in the sense is probably one of the most memorable scenes because if you've ever seen it, that right there is for me exactly what Michael Myers is.
Mm-hmm.
Because in that scene there is something happening to an inmate, unfortunately, right
Mm-hmm.
there in his cell, and he don't care,
Yeah, he don't
don't
give a shit.
care. But boy, as soon as they touched the masks
Yeah.
and they started messing with the masks, that was it. Flip the switch. Game over. There was no emotion. There was no trying to help this victim. No, she died too. We all die now. That scene in itself was the antithesis of what Michael Myers was to me, because it was, again, I don't care about your suffering. You have nothing to do with me, because it has nothing to do with my purpose. But if you affect me and get in my way, then by all means, game on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah.
That whole take on that aspect of the character, 'cause it's so gritty and so raw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
The
that's
shaky
why
cam that
yeah,
Zombie
man, that's
did,
why
like,
I
yeah.
enjoyed the movie, and then even the aspect of Angel, his sister. That actress, she did a great job in portraying the trauma and going from the not knowing who she was, and then going from the progression
Oh,
into the
yeah,
second.
Scout Taylor Compton.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a great portrayal. I really props. And then we
Lori.
brought,
Yeah.
and then we brought back the Danielle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Yeah, we got Danielle Harris back.
And
yes.
boy, she had definitely grown into her own. That's for
Yeah.
But no, this for me,
Yeah, that's true.
truly, this for me was for the first interpretation. I agree with you. The first part, but I mean, it stuck true to what we wanted from Michael Myers.
Yeah, because I mean, me and you both, we didn't put this in the same
No.
tier, and which I mean is fine. I mean,
Right.
like, that's why we're discussing all these things.
Right.
I don't know, man. I just, like I said, if it wasn't for the first like 30 minutes of this film, or 20 even,
Right.
this would be a masterpiece
I
to
agree.
me.
And props to Tyler Mane too.
Oh yeah,
Tyler Mane.
dude, he was so
That's-
intimidating.
That right
And
there.
what Zombie did with that mask?
Yeah, dude. The looks, the beard. I mean, here I am. I mean, I love that when we get into the next one here,
Oh yeah,
that we had the beard. That's realism.
Mm-hmm.
That's you're not Michael Myers isn't shaving.
no, of course not. No, he don't give a shit.
So that's man. Just so all right. So okay. So moving
Yeah.
on, I guess to
Yeah,
part
Halloween
two.
2, man.
I'll start this one if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're carrying on into the Rob Zombie franchise. Again, a lot of people don't know the backstory. Rob Zombie was much like Carpenter in that he basically intended to make just like a standalone. He wanted to make one standalone masterpiece, and there you go. Industry being what it is, contracts being what they are, he had signed on, and then they wanted him to do 3 films. Rob Zombie said, I will do a second one, but you're going to let me out of the contract for the third. That's how much he was done with Hollywood. He'd done had it. They'd done gotten too involved. He couldn't do it no more. I think that's when we got the story we got. I don't think Rob Zombie's heart was in it. I don't think that it was something he had planned for. I think it was just something that basically almost like, okay, well, if I got to make it, I'm going to make it and do the best I can, but I really don't want to make it. The whole white horse, that lost me. I didn't necessarily dig that. Again, I think this, even though it's the second one, I love the first one, but this one right here was it just lost its focus, man. And because I don't think Zombie's heart was in it. I just don't.
I will say though, this is one of the most beautifully shot movies.
Now
that
the
Zombie's
cinematography
ever
is
done.
beautiful.
Like,
The lighting,
it
yeah,
is
yeah,
amazingly shot.
I give it, yeah.
Like, I mean, this dude. I mean, if Stanley Kubrick made a freaking Halloween movie, like, this
Yeah.
is probably what it looked like.
And again, what was I apologize. What was the actress's name that portrayed Laurie in this series?
Scout Taylor Compton.
Okay, so her
Yes.
again, and that's another thing.
Yes.
Her portrayal in this film,
Yeah.
off
loved
the
it.
chain, dude.
Loved it.
Off the chain.
Yeah.
This is you talk about how a realistic portrayal of PTSD in a traumatic situation was, earlier. This to me was like, this is somebody losing their shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it-
because what? I mean, you just
Yeah.
found out that your entire family is that screwed up, and your lineage is what it is, and now he's after you. I mean, that was on point. Props to that one.
and I love how she found out about it too.
Yeah.
'Cause out
Oh,
of the
yeah,
book.
yeah. Right.
Like,
right.
out of the book, like, she was at a book signing or something like
Right.
that, and she read it in the Malcolm McDowell's
Yeah.
portrayal of Dr. Loomis
Right.
in his book, and I was like, man, that's a really cool way to do
That's
that.
yeah.
Because I mean, that's realistic.
A shocker.
Yeah,
Right? I mean,
and
that's
like-
how you find out. And, oh my God. And what about Malcolm? That's another thing we need to discuss with this series, right?
All right,
Malcolm
go
McDowell.
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate his performance in the first. I think in the second, I didn't like it. I don't like Loomis being an asshole. I don't
didn't
like.
mind that.
I don't like. Well, I think it's because of the way in which Donald, Pleasance portrayed Loomis. It's one of those things to where I'm kind of just. I'm stuck in that. So
Yeah.
to see him kind of come off as like this arrogant, cocky, it's like, that kind of threw me. But I will say, that's one thing I enjoyed about the first one. You talk about building up the first half of the story was the flashbacks and seeing Pleasance, in the '70s garb with the longer hair and kind of the hippie psychiatrist starting to talk to Michael as a child. I enjoyed his portrayal as that. I didn't like him being such a smarmy, just duh. It's like, okay, yeah. Well, if you know so
Yeah.
much, then why the hell didn't you do more? I'm just, no offense.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, but I think that was the point, though.
Yeah,
and like
kind
that
of,
was.
yeah.
I mean, to me, I mean, like to where I didn't mind Loomis being an asshole that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we were talking about like the beard.
Yeah,
That's a lot of things that people bitch about this movie, man.
Really?
Yeah, dude. They're like, oh, why isn't Michael walking around with a mask? Like, I think one of the scenes that was beautifully shot by Zombie, Michael comes up on a little kid, and he's just staring at him.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you gonna do? And the kid just looks up at him and is like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
I think that was really cool when when they shot that, because it shows a dynamic that Michael's not after everybody.
Right.
He's only on there for one mission. He wants his sister back, and especially in this film,
Right.
He just wants her back.
Right. That's it. He
doesn't want. I don't think he wants to kill her.
You're right. I don't
Like-
believe he does either. I think he's just trying to protect her.
Yeah.
And that's where it's kinda,
but he's doing it in such a messed up way.
right. Right.
That he'll do anything to get back to her.
Oh, you mentioning that and thinking back now and just listening to you to describe that scene. I think about this. Okay, so and I don't know. I'm just saying, just from the description and kind of listening to you now, when that scene occurs and Michael doesn't have the mask, right, and he's looking down at this child. That's Michael Myers. That's not the Shape.
No,
That's Michael Myers,
Yeah,
a human
exactly.
being, as evil as he may be, a human being without the mask, a human face looking upon another individual, a child, and his last understanding of any type of humanity was as a child.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like coming literally
full
face to
circle.
face.
Yeah.
That's a
I
very
love
good
that scene.
point. And even with even with the mask being so tattered and torn,
Yeah,
and that
'cause
it's
that's
only,
what would happen.
and the way to design it, they realize it's half the fate. That's why they did that. It's so you got half the Shape, and then the other half is kind of cut out. He's got this part kind of shown because you got the mask and you got the human being, and there's just like. That's
Yeah,
what I kind of looked at.
yeah,
The yin
I
and the
love
yang
that.
type thing. Yes.
I love
mean,
that
it's-
because it was like when he put the mask on, he was in kill
that's
mode.
it. That's it.
Like you were gonna die.
Yep. It don't matter
Like, it didn't
what
matter what the
yeah,
hell
this is
happened.
where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. Yep.
This film, I think, really gets underscored because what I think Zombie wanted to prove was that Lori in this one, she was just as crazy
Right.
as Michael.
It's in the blood.
Because yeah, and I think that's why they had like I really do think like in a weird sense that like the Michael Myers that we got in this film was a violence of her tribulation and like what happened.
That's a good take. Yeah.
And like I think that's what he might have wanted to do.
Mhm.
Now I usually don't go in the land of hypotheticals, but
No.
this one I am
Yeah.
because I truly do think like I know like I watch so many Rob Zombie movies and they're very well thought out, a lot of them, and I think that like this one he got pushed back on,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh well, we can't have this, and I think that's what the White Horse, because at the end, you see Lori in the insane asylum, and she sees her mother
Right.
that she's never met
Right.
with the White Horse, and I think that's what he's trying to portray here. But like the way they edited it for what he wanted to do, like he couldn't do it.
Well, I guess probably because if it was written that way, because I mean I wouldn't have a problem with that. That
Because
makes
they couldn't
total
make a part
sense.
3.
Well, that and that there's no happy ending.
Oh hell no!
I mean, the entire family's
I mean,
crazy. That's it. It's a
yeah.
lineage. It's in the blood. They're all psychopaths.
I mean, hell, there ain't no happy ending in any Rob
No,
Zombie
but
movie.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I can see where the studio kind of stepped in and went,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Well,
Yeah.
So you mean they're just all crazy? Yeah. That's it. I mean yeah.
That's how.
that's
yeah,
a miracle
he's-
work.
That's how he's gonna
every
write
day.
it.
Right.
I mean, it's not uncommon.
I can see that, man. I can see that. But
I mean,
wow.
yeah, that's why I really put this movie higher than most
Okay.
because I mean I put it in like he can't drive,
Right.
and like I put it in the middle of the road. Yeah,
To hell he can't.
Yeah, he was doing very well
Did
last
just
night.
fine.
we actually agreed on this
Yeah.
when we put it right in the middle of the road.
Yep.
Because it is divisive.
Yes.
Very divisive. And I think that's why we spent so much time talking about this one, because this is the one
This is the
like
one. Yeah.
that everybody gets a stick up
Yeah.
their ass about.
Yep. It's either they hated because it was short sighted, or they hate it because there was nowhere to get a part 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's a Rob Zombie movie.
Right. So
Like,
the
this
bar
is
is
a Rob-
already here. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
This is a Rob Zombie movie that just so happens to have Halloween characters in it.
Yeah. No, that's a very good
Like-
way of describing it. Absolutely.
Like it just
Yeah.
that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. So you want to move on to the David Gordon Green trilogy?
Yeah. Let's go on. Let's go on with it.
Yeah. All right. So we got Halloween 2018, which
Yeah.
I mean, man, this is fucking great.
Yes. Yes. They nailed it. They
Like-
nailed it.
I mean, this is the Michael that we all love and know, and like he is super violent.
Yep.
He doesn't have to have any motive, which they established that very
Thank you.
early on.
Thank you.
And he is just pure evil. And that track scene, man,
Yeah.
where he's going through Halloween night in Haddonfield and just butchering
Yep.
people is freaking brilliant.
No, I mean, because it is. You're that right there. Fantastic example. I mean, that scene in itself, just one to the next, to the next, to the next. It's just boom, 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 boom. And they're all brutal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
oh,
they're all
God, yeah.
creative. And they're all exactly what Michael Myers is. There's no discrimination. There's no understanding. We don't care who's here. We don't care what color you are. We don't care what your religion is. I don't care. I'm going to kill you. You're here.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
That is Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
Yeah, and you're
They
exactly
got
right.
back to this, man. They
And-
got back to the original source code.
Like, okay, so talking about that, so the one scene that I always enjoy is, and it's a simple scene. It's the one where the lady is in her bay window and she's on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And you just see a slight shadow of Michael walking down the alleyway. And then he comes in the door, and there's no big to do. There's no big music.
No.
It's just a continuous scene. And he just walks up, and
Yeah.
that right there, I was like, dude,
Knife
that
to the throat,
is
yeah.
Michael Myers, man.
Yeah. He's evil.
Oh, the door's open. You're here. That's why. That's
Yeah.
why.
That's
That's
it.
it. That's all it is.
There's nothing else to do here.
No explanation. That's Michael Myers.
Now, I will say, like, what I brought up in the tier list is there's always, like, one part of David Gordon Green's movies that I didn't like.
Okay.
And here's the one for this one.
Nope.
It was The Mad Doctor.
Oh, God.
Like,
I know.
like, dude, I was like, I understand that that's the way to bring him and Lori because, like, he has no,
Yeah.
he's not chasing his sister in this point.
I
Like, so I was like, God, did we really need that?
Okay, we did not need that. And we didn't need that simply because if we look at the second one coming up, we didn't need that. You want to know why? Because obviously we could bring Donald Pleasance back somehow, some way and make it work. They did it in part 2. The dude's been dead for, over a decade, but they brought him back with a likeness.
Oh, yeah,
So instead of
Halloween
going back
Kills,
to the
yeah.
whole mad scientist thing, like we've been there before, I'm agreeing with
Yeah.
you. Why are we
And
doing
it's-
this again?
It's weird.
It does.
The-
I don't want anyone to understand Michael Myers. I think that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
I cannot stand anyone thinking you have the know-it-all to understand pure evil because
Yeah.
you just don't.
That's a great point, man. I think as human beings, we try to understand everything, but you're just
I
not
don't
going to
want you to
understand
understand it
everything.
because if you do, you're evil. I don't want you to
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
know.
point. And I damn sure don't need some school educated in medical school with obviously rationale and understanding to, you're not evil. You know right from wrong. You're just choosing to be this way. So that's not evil. That right there is just a shitty person. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know right from wrong. Evil is Michael Myers. There's no understanding. That's what we're trying to get. Again, folks, this is what we discuss. This is why he's the end all be all. There is
Yep.
no reason behind Michael Myers. He just is. That's why we love him.
Yep, exactly.
So-
and anytime you try to put a reason to it,
Screw up.
we don't like it.
No, we don't.
You know,
You don't have to.
maybe except for Halloween 2, we'll give that a pass.
There you go.
But,
Right.
but yeah, no, I agree, man. This film is just awesome.
It
And,
is.
we put this movie in the same tiers. Totally agree. All right, so now we come up to the sequel, Halloween Kills. Now,
Yes.
me and you actually have a disagreement on this one.
Yes.
Now, I mean, we still have it high.
Yeah.
But you put it up like with Halloween 1
Oh, yeah.
and 2.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like,
Oh yeah.
And which I mean, I can't blame you.
Yeah, huh? I
I mean,
got good reasons. I got
yeah.
I got validation for it. So
There you go,
the
sir.
reason it's right there on the top tier for me, again, it's nostalgia, man. For me, it culminates. The title's Halloween Kills.
Yeah,
That's all we're doing, man. So
yeah.
um,
It's the Empire Strikes Back in the
it
trilogy.
truly is,
Yeah.
dude. God, good call. That's what it is. It is Michael just taking it out on everybody.
Yeah,
and,
God,
and
man.
and then you
That's
had
great.
the cast. Anthony Michael Hall got me. I loved
Oh,
him coming
yeah.
back. You know,
It's great.
that was awesome. I know he wasn't in the original, but to have him portray,
It don't matter.
yeah,
Yeah, because I
that
mean,
was
Tommy Doyle was 5 in the
it was
original, so
wonderful.
yeah.
And then to have, of course, the little girl that he was with in the original, brought her back, brought back the original nurse, then added the character of the bully. You know, I thought that was just the way they tied everything in. Again, the cinematography, the atmosphere. You've got a small town. The kids are out trick or treating. The teenagers are doing their parties. The adults are at the bar having a beer and talking about old times. Everything was so, authentic in that sense.
Yeah, I agree.
I
That's
love
great.
I love that atmosphere about it. That and just again, I mean, from word go, it's exactly what it is. It's kills, man. I mean, it's just
Yeah. Dude,
and,
that scene where Michael's walking down the stairwell
Yeah.
and that dude's head's right in the rails.
Yeah.
And he just twists
Yeah.
it just for the hell of it.
because he's there, because he's there,
Like,
and I can, and
and, like,
he did.
That's what he does.
So-
So I'm just like, wow.
And I know a lot, and I know a lot of people say because it was such a not gore fest, but it was just kills, man. It was just kill upon kill. Like you said, it's the Empire Strikes Back. It's Michael getting his payback in this.
Yeah, he
type thing.
wins.
Right, because at the end of the
Yeah.
movie, that is the ultimate Michael Myers throwdown to the fact they beat the crap out of him, and then what happens? Oh
Yeah,
my
he
God, he
goes
gets
Rambo.
oh right,
Yeah.
and just the entire town's gone. Entire town's gone.
Yeah.
That's Halloween for me. There you go.
Like, I love that scene so much because it describes Michael to a T.
Yep.
And like Jamie Lee Curtis's monologue over that scene while he's slashing through Haddonfield.
Yep.
Like, oh God,
'Cause
it's perfect.
It is because I mean, again, like you just said, you see him, and that this town gives it its best shot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, blow after blow after blow.
Yeah, he's
after
the
blow.
boogeyman.
And then what happens?
No, he gets up.
Yes, sir, he does. And boy, when he does, it is exactly what Michael Myers is.
Yeah.
Total chaos and destruction. All right, y'all. It was like, yeah, I liked your description. The Empire Strikes Back. Michael Myers just went just
Yeah.
full blown on
Just
everybody.
went ham.
That was it. So yeah,
Cut the
Michael.
hand, cut the hand off. Send him down in the
Hey,
damn
yeah,
trash
yep.
compactor.
Absolutely, it was, man. So what were your thoughts on this one? I know we kind of
I put it down a step below because man, with this series I judge it harshly than I do others, and I'll admit that. Man, I love this movie, but again, there's one part of David Gordon Green's trilogy in each movie that I don't like,
okay.
and this one was the 4 feet chubby weird
You didn't like the
Michael
friend?
Meyer.
Oh, wait,
Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I mean, like, I just, it was the evil dies tonight. Like, it was so far fetched to think that, like, this whole town would be concerned about this like 4 feet guy who they think is Michael Myers,
right.
and I'm like, this is clearly not him.
Good point.
Of course, they do address it in the film. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis is, trying to warn everybody, like, that's not Michael.
Right.
Because, I mean, Michael is slender. He's not,
Right.
he's not a big dude.
Right.
Built, but I
He's
mean,
tall.
Like, yeah.
But he's not some 5'3".
He's not freaking Danny DeVito.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Right.
No offense, Danny DeVito, man.
Right.
I love you, guy. But,
Right.
but I mean,
Vincent.
like, yeah, but, yeah.
I'm your brother.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Sorry, I had to throw that one in.
Oh, yeah, man. Twins are
Yeah, it's a great
always
movie.
good.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Told
But
you
yeah,
we're
no,
nerds.
that's the one part I didn't like. And then, like, of course, when he spills out in the street and the gory scene that happens.
Yeah.
Sheriff Brackett's like, oh well, Michael's made us monsters now, and I see the dynamic that they were trying to go for.
Right.
Like, I get it. Like, you're just as evil as him if you do this.
Yes.
But I don't need it.
No. Well,
And
even
because Michael Myers, that's the only evil thing I need in this movie.
it's a portion where they try to overthink. Okay. So yeah, all right. So like you said, so Michael has turned this town, all of us into monsters. No, you're not monsters. You're human.
No.
What you are human beings that are scared and afraid.
Yeah.
Again, Michael Myers has no reason. That's why I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it's
There
why
is
he's
no
so
reason.
dangerous.
So
Like,
and like you said, the aesthetics of the fact that you don't see the physical differences, regardless of whatever psyche you're under or how mad
yeah,
you
because
are.
in the bar, like when Tommy Doyle was watching the screen when it said that that he
Escaped,
escaped,
right?
like he would have known.
He would have known because and you've come in contact with him. You've seen him,
Yeah.
so you know that. Right, so that's a very good point. Wow, I never thought about that until you mentioned it, but you're absolutely right. And just again, I thinking about that now. I mean, yeah, that kind of line kind of throws me now too because Michael didn't turn you into anything. He turned you into human beings in a what do we call it, a right mentality.
Hmm.
That's all you are. That's not Michael Myers. Michael Myers is what Michael Myers is. So I
Yeah.
agree with you on that. That not necessary. Didn't need that.
Hmm.
Didn't need that. So I feel you on that one.
The exact ending of Halloween Kills. I mean, I loved it. You know, he kills Laurie Strode's daughter. And I thought that was really cool.
He wins.
But yeah, exactly. Like I said, the Empire Strikes Back.
He wins.
He wins. Yeah, and like the film's great, man. I completely I can't disagree with your placement on this one.
Right.
I mean, it is a great film. Now we're moving on to Halloween Ends. This is the last one, and how they built Michael up in the end of Halloween Kills.
Right.
Like to where he's this unstoppable
Right.
machine.
The ultimate Michael.
Yeah.
The super shredder of Michael.
Yeah, no shit.
He,
Where are you at, Kevin Nash?
he is. Yeah, he's drinking all the ooze. He's moving, man. We've got this now. Yep. Right. That's
yeah,
right.
and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we get to this,
Yep.
and he's this broken down version of Michael.
Yeah.
And we are introduced to a new character called Corey,
Mm-hmm.
or named Corey, which I think could have worked had he would have been introduced
Earlier in the franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like give a little bit of a backstory building
Just
up.
something.
Yep. I agree.
I mean,
agree.
just something. He's going to be the new Michael. And the whole point of the trilogy, to me, which is why I don't put this down as much as most people do, is that it's a whole arc of how evil takes a shape. It's not, because, I mean, like, if you look at it storyline wise, the whole trilogy,
Right.
all of it, like, it is basically why evil exists and what can you do to stop it.
Okay.
And I think that's what they were trying to prove here with David Gordon Green's last movie was that, evil's always going to take something else.
Yeah.
You can't stop it because it's just going to exist, just like Michael.
Right.
Now, how they did that, though, I can understand how it piss off a lot of fans.
Me.
Because, nah, not shocked. Because, I mean, yeah, this is definitely one what we disagreed on for sure. I put it one rank higher than you did.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the different direction, but at the same time, if you're going to build up Michael at the end of Kills like that, like, I don't know how in the world you make that third movie. I know I sound like I'm just a detractor of it.
No, you
but I
know,
mean-
no. Yeah, that's why I do not. I'm not. That's why I feel the way I feel because it's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. And
Right.
with Corey, I mean, like, he was a great character, but I mean, like, I especially loved the beginning.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
that was. Now yeah, that was props to that. That was a good little backstory and to kind of see where the
and
the
like,
seed
he had
was
the
planted.
knife over the stairwell.
Yeah,
Like,
and to see where that seed is planted, and I mean, I give it that. This one, just again, and I've said it before. I'll be honest, and it's not that I'm just like a gore fiend. I just would have liked that first interaction and battle, and I know that Michael's been tattered and torn and worn down, but I just had a hard time believing that a 19-year-old kid is choking Michael Myers out.
yeah, I can understand that.
And that was,
Yeah.
and I know that's a little thing because, granted, that's kind of what set Michael off. Is you took my mask, man. All right, he's, that's where
Oh yeah,
him
yeah.
coming
Michael,
after my
Michael got
mask.
pissed. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't down. Don't get me wrong.
No.
It was just that
He
I think
set up
it was
right
like
there
that,
in the sewer.
and I think, and I'll admit it. I think it was a sequence of seeing another human being, especially a 19-year-old, just manhandle Michael Myers. That just kind of threw me for the loop for the rest of the film. It's not that I like the film. I love the film. I think this trilogy did a great job of kind of bookending this franchise, if that's what they want to do in that sense.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
just did not like that take and the way that they shot the whole first confrontation.
Okay.
I couldn't accept Michael.
Yeah.
I could accept him being beaten down, but you're not getting choked up by a 19-year-old in the sewer just with bare hands. That's
Yeah,
not.
just want
That's
your
just,
mask.
That's
And not only that, like, why didn't Corey kill him?
exactly. Why would you? If you.
Why
if
would you leave Michael Myers on the
dude?
ground?
Right. You have him. You've done right. So finish him. Finish him. Exactly. Why did we not do this? So that leads into this whole thing, and I will say this: even with the plots in the or the holes in the story and whatnot, man, dude, the kills were something else.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Now, I mean, I know they called
especially
Halloween
when
kills,
Corey,
but Halloween Ends, the kills were some. Those,
yeah, dude, that like I forgot what it was.
The blowtorch scene with the
yes,
chain link fence.
Yes.
That's brutal,
oh my
man.
God.
I mean, these are things that, like, okay, so here's my counterpart to the whole Corey thing. So I did not like the aspect of him being so young and overcoming Michael Myers. I appreciated the aspect of him being young enough to be so creative in the ways in which he disposed of his rivals. Because it was not only was he a psychopath and just based on, like, killing, but he was creative about it. It was like,
Oh yeah.
they were all.
Yeah, he was evil.
Yeah, wow, man, there you go. So that's the personification of his representation of evil, and that's how, I guess, how it escalated, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I could see that. I see where we're going with that. So yeah, the only knock I had was just the fact of that first. And I mean, yeah, I'm like you, dude. How can you take out an entire town
know.
and then get choked out in a sewer by a 19-year-old, bro?
Well, I mean, he also got his ass whooped by that
But
entire
still,
town.
I'm
But
just
I
saying.
know. And that's what we were getting at
So that's-
earlier.
yeah.
It's like how you built him up in kills,
Yes, and then just
and it's like you just have the old man Michael.
yeah.
You know,
But I did like how old man Michael did come back again. He comes back and he
No, he
gets his
kills
mask.
Corey.
Oh man, he gets his
Yeah.
mask. You know, I mean, I'll give him props
But
to that.
again, bringing him and Laurie together.
Yep.
And
Yep.
like, so I see what they were trying to do, but I think there was just a better movie to be made here.
Yes, sir. I agree with you.
Like,
That's the
I
best
just
way of
do.
saying it right there. A better movie
Like,
to be made.
Yeah.
So much material you could have.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have minded seeing another Halloween Kills.
No.
And I think that's what the studios and what David Gordon Green, maybe Danny McBride, were thinking here was that, like, oh, we need to give him something different.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah, there's nothing. That's the
Like-
beauty. That's what I'm. Yeah.
Like, this is why we love these movies.
Well, even all right. So even Danny McBride, in an interview, this was years later, he had mentioned just that. As much as they were proud of that, exactly, he didn't go right out and say it, but he alluded to the fact of we overthink it. You know, we overthought it, and which
Yeah.
is understandable. You want to put your mark on it. And you should. You should always have your. If you're going to take something that's a classic and dare try to reboot it or remake it or continue on with it, you need to have your own little niche in there, but also be able to, hold true to the story.
Exactly.
I think, and like again, Danny McBride, just sometimes they just overthought it.
Yeah.
I think because and it's not a bad thing because it wasn't like they weren't under studio pressure, they weren't under contractual obligation, they weren't under any of this stuff that all these other things had followed. I think that they just kind of got overly excited, maybe
Probably so.
over
And
anxious.
plus, COVID happened.
Right, so they had to-
like,
yeah, you're right.
and
You're
there
right.
was a
That-
whole
that play- yeah.
stretch there.
Yeah.
So that's why they changed the story a lot of the
Right.
time. But I mean, like, at the same time, I'm just like, damn.
I know.
Like, if this could have happened in the same night, this would have been a perfect trilogy.
Oh, see, okay, wow, and
And it just would have been Dawn and, like, Jamie standing over him or something. Like,
and I guess it's,
and Halloween Ends.
well, that's right. Ben, that's a good call, brother. I mean, it's almost like all right, so I didn't even realize this until I'm just talking about it now. So the first iteration, you had 1 and 2 continuation.
Mm-hmm.
It's Rob Zombies, you had 1 and 2 continuation. This one you have 1 and 2 continuation. These are I mean, granted, the Rob Zombies were like 1 year afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. It was
This
very
is 1 year,
close.
but
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think if they'd have taken this one and gone, okay, so even though it's 3 separate movies, it's all one night.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been a better just presentation of the story.
Yeah,
I agree with
because
you.
I mean, I would have been up for just Lori going out and just hunting Michael.
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah,
time.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
not,
oh, yeah.
not Michael hunting her.
Okay, so good point, because at this point, like I said earlier, I like my Lori pissed off and ready to get retribution.
Yeah, she's basically Sarah
okay?
Connor. Or
I've been
like
waiting for this.
Ripley or something.
I love that in the first film, or the first part of the reboot, when they go to her house and she's no bullshit.
No, no.
Like, you don't believe in the boogeyman? Like, my entire life, the reason I'm set up here barricaded because I'm waiting for. I know he's being moved. I love that. She's like, yeah, I know he's being transferred. Yeah, she's just waiting. I know what's about to happen. I'm ready. What night? Money. That right there. That that and I'm with you. I could have gone through just.
Yeah,
Go at it,
all
man.
right.
Let's go, because you deserve it. You have gone through so much crap and so much trauma and so much drama that I would love to see a trilogy
Yeah,
of you just going at him.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
I'm
Like,
taking
just,
it.
why not? Especially a good capsulation for that character.
Yeah.
Why not she be the hunter?
Yeah.
That's how she overcomes this finally.
Because like we talk about, I know
Like-
you enjoyed her performance in in H2O.
I did
Right.
a lot. In fact, I prefer it.
And,
But-
right, but this right here for me, this is where I was saying earlier that yes, she is in such a state here. This is a woman unhinged, pissed off, angry, ready for vengeance because you have screwed up my entire fucking life, and I didn't ask for it. You came after me. I didn't come after you. But
Yeah.
now you got me. Now you're gonna have to deal with me.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted to. That type of okay.
and
you want it?
and honestly, that's how the pretty much the promotional
Yeah,
material
yeah.
was built on.
Yeah.
It was the final
And
battle.
the first one was great too, because she had it worked out that way. But you're
Yeah.
right.
It was the final battle between Michael and Lori, and who wins. I just wish they could have done something different here.
No,
And it just because they had the money, they had the I don't think Halloween will ever get this much notoriety again,
Yep.
and especially with Jamie Lee,
Yep.
given her age again, like she's not coming back,
Nope.
and I don't blame her.
No, she's done her time. I mean, but yeah, I agree with that. I would have liked to seen a little bit different direction. Now, one
Yeah.
thing I will say, just to kind of throw in here towards the end, and I apologize because we didn't mention it when we were talking about part 2, but I gotta say, one of the more underrated character aspects that I enjoyed was Little John and Big John.
No, dude, yeah, they were great. They were so funny.
I love that dynamic. I love the characters. I love the actors portraying them. It was just that was. Hey, I hate
Yeah, it was in Hell
I
It
hate
Kills.
their ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the way that they ended. But I love that
Oh.
whole vibe, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
that was great.
Yeah, they were scaring the shit out of the kids, and like, yeah, dude. And then Michael, of course, comes back
Yep.
to his home.
Yep.
Which is his
Someone's in our
main-
house, Big
which
John.
Pretty much, like,
It's his house, bro. He's home.
yeah,
you in
that's
his
it.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was. Yeah. So I
you don't
didn't
care
mean to-
about mortgages.
Oh no. And so I didn't mean to leave
It's
that one
his
out, but
room.
those are two of my two of my favorite characters were Little John and Big John.
And also, one thing about Halloween Kills that I'd like to bring up too is, did we talk? I don't think we talked about the '78.
Oh, how they had the
Throwback.
flashback. Yeah, they had flashback from the
Okay,
beginning.
so like in the Halloween Kills, another one that again, how great this movie is, man. That '78 flashback,
Yep.
it felt like we were watching
Yes, it
Halloween
did.
again.
Yes, it did.
And like, God, Loomis, Michael,
Yep.
all of it.
Yep. No, I'm just saying. I
Um,
mean, I understand what you're saying. I mean, the way they set that up. I mean, the cinematography for me was what caught me first off was the foggy night, the back alley, and we're small town Haddonfield, and I mean, it really made you feel like you were back in '78, and and then the characters portrayal, the actors. I mean, the fact when you got the sheriff, he's standing in the window and he talks about how he used to look out this window. I wonder what he was looking at. It's just I mean, very reminiscent.
Yeah. And like the way Michael moves, man.
Yeah.
Like, and like this is something I think is understated in these 3 films is how James Jude Courtney moves like Nick Castle. Now he had the benefit of working with Nick Castle.
Yep.
Yeah, and Nick Castle would portray Michael once again in all 3 of these films.
Yes. Yep.
But man, his movements, I mean, it felt like Halloween.
Yes.
And I never thought I'd feel that feeling again.
Well, yeah,
It was amazing.
I think because again, again appreciation for the character in itself. I think that he took
Yeah.
enough time to really study that because it's such a subtle. Again, like we talk about, he doesn't run, he doesn't talk, has no dialogue. He's just his presence, his aura, the way he brings every time he hits that screen.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, the Halloween franchise is amazing.
Yes.
There's a lot of bad ones in it. I mean, of course, we went over it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it gave us the greatest horror slasher villain of all time,
Yes, sir.
and Michael Myers.
Yep.
Michael Myers will never be topped, ever. Just like Darth Vader.
No.
Like he'll never be topped.
Easy. This is the easiest way to designate that, right? When it's Halloween season, right?
Mhm.
And you think, what movie do I want to watch that puts me most in the Halloween spirit? Halloween.
Yeah, it's got the name,
That's it. I mean, they
and it
they
lived
delivered.
up to it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, it's not like Black Christmas or something.
No,
But
that,
even
yeah.
though Black Christmas is
That was
a
good.
movie.
Yeah, not to knock
But-
that, but I'm just saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was our Halloween discussion.
Yeah.
Please, just so you don't miss the other discussions about Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications.
Ding ding.
And you can follow us on Facebook at F140 Movies. And you can follow us on Patreon at Frequency 140 Podcast. And as always, I send it my good buddy, Mr. Bennett.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Here we are. We've had this long discussion of one of the greatest horror film franchises of all time. Matter of fact, the greatest, okay? That's what it is. Sorry.
He's right.
Okay. But we've enjoyed this discussion because both Brother Ben and I, we truly do. We love this film. This is a big part of our childhood, a big part of us coming up, a big part of us understanding of cinematography, story writing, psychology. I mean, everything.
1000% correct,
Everything that
man.
goes into all this stuff. This film does it for you. And the beauty of it is the earlier ones, especially the first one. There's not that much blood, believe it or not. That's the beauty
Yeah,
about
probably rated PG-13.
it would, and so we appreciate you guys coming in and hang out with us for this discussion. Go watch every one of them, even the ones we didn't like. Go watch every one of them, every one of them, over and over and over again. You'll love it. I'm telling you, it's just not for the horror fans. It's simply it's just a great character. Okay, I'm sorry, it's what it is. So, with that being said, all hail Michael Myers, geeks, freaks, and nerds unite. Thank you so much. Let's join together because the world needs us.
Peace.